Hi, this is Spring with Soaps and Suds and such, and I'm going to be making a sugar scrub soap today, and it's a new recipe that we've come up with. And this one has, I've got castor oil, coconut oil, olive oil, palm oil, soybean oil, stearic acid, and a smidgen of beeswax. And then it will also have sweet almond oil and avocado oil. And I'm going to mix my, I'm also using coconut milk with distilled water. So I'm going to mix that in with my oils. That has my lye in it. And I do have silk in there. Rather fond of silk. And some of my soaps. Try to get all the lye water out of there and milk. Okay. I'm going to give these a stir. Before I blend them. And I hope this soap turns out good. I guess we'll see. And this is going to be a hot process soap. Unlike my pine tar soap that I did in cold process, this will be hot. I'll be making it in the crock pot. And we're already thickening up rather nicely. Give that a little bit of a blend. Just to incorporate it good. And I need to put my gloves on. Need to do that. Don't want to get the lye on my hands. I should have had them on earlier. I've already got trace going on. I don't know if you can see it or not. I can. That back there out of the way. And I'm going to have this to start cooking. put the heat up so it can warm up good, and then I'll cut it back down. And I have started my netto oils, or seeds in the oil. I'm infusing my netto seeds in this oil to make a soap later on. I'll let those sit for probably at least a week or two. And I've got to get this cooking, and then we can get it going. I'm going to cut off the camcorder just for a second. Okay, I don't know whether you can see it really good, but it's starting to raise up, and that's what I want it to do. It's going to eventually come in on itself, kind of flip, and I'll bring you back when that process comes to play. Be a little while. Okay, I don't know whether you can see it or not, but I have a puddle starting in the center, and it's starting to come up on the sides, really glossy, and it's going to be a while longer. But I thought I would show you, my son has got a 3D printer. That's probably what, you can probably hear it in the background, but he has been printing little objects. Don't know if you can see that, hopefully. And a little squid. A hand, which is very cute and realistic. And my favorite, the bullfrog, because I love bullfrogs and will catch every one I can get my hands on. We have some water ponds out here, and I put them in them. And then he done some tanks and a spaceship. And one thing really cool, he made a pair of shades, which he made a small pair that would actually fit a dog. He's talking about getting some clear filament and doing them in clear this part so you can actually see through them. And yesterday I went out and actually got some raspberry leaves for a tea. I like to drink hot tea. I like to drink sweet tea, but unfortunately I can't drink sweet tea. So I like to drink hot tea. Went out and got some raspberry leaves, which I will added them with some red clover, just a number of different herbs that I like to use for this tea. It's really mainly focused towards female or women's health, but I love the tea. I love sweet tea the best, but you know, if you can't have it, you can't have it. So drink herbal tea. But I just wanted to show you how this is starting to fold in. It's going in the centers, getting the oil, and then starting to come up on the sides. So we still got quite a while to go. Now I'll come back then. Vaseline looking stage it's going through, and I don't like to open it up, but to show you, I was speaking earlier about catching bullfrogs, and what I was referring to is we've come across a lot of like drying up mud puddles. How on earth bullfrogs got in them, I'll have no idea. But there was tadpoles and a couple of little bullfrogs, and so we saved their life and brought them to our ponds. And then I had some bullfrogs that showed up on their own, and they are now pretty good size. So I love to catch them every chance I get. If we clean our pond out, which we usually do every summer, then I will catch them out and have fun doing it. See
I couldn't hear you.
where we're at.
But hey, I'm in here now. You know. I wonder how long that did take this whole time. He could have just run me over, because this is hardcore.
Okay, looking
Well, no,
good.
no. big spot.
Okay. Kind of goes everywhere. Okay, now I am going to add, get that off of there. My cream mix. And this has some kaolin clay in it.
What in the world, dude? Dude drives me all the way over here and then abandons the vehicle, Justin.
Turn that off, unplug. Stir it really good. Okay, I'm just trying to get the cream. I don't want to get the soap that's up around there.
I don't know why these buildings up. Oh, I see you. Enemy kid. I saw him right before it blew up. My last shot.
And that's looking good, so I'm going to remove that.
I don't know if you can take these to the ground or not, but if you can, it'll make attacking subjective easier.
And I'll be right back.
They won't be behind.
Okay, now I've just got it cooling off. Pretty hot. I have to let it cool some in order to put the fragrance in there. And my sugar mix. So it'll be just a few minutes. My fragrance in, and this is one that we have blended ourselves. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but had to let my stuff cool down. I don't want it to burn off my fragrance, and it will if you put it in too hot. But it smells really good. It's a nice scent. Not sure exactly what I'm going to call it though, as of yet. I have to think about that one.
Vehicle destroyed.
Okay,
Behind a tree the
got
whole time.
fragrance in
Cast
there.
shells that can shoot through
Stirred up
trees.
really good.
Does not hit the tree.
Dispersed
I use
in
all
there.
my.
Then I'm going to add my sugar mix.
He sees me. I got running shotgun, so. Yep. Boy, though, mate. Eat that. Well.
Can't wait for the fig. I have 2 fig trees. I can't wait for them to put on figs because I like to make a fig soap in the fall because they usually put on, like, I think it's in August. So I want to split these off into 2 containers because I want to try to add a little bit of color. I don't want to leave them plain. So I want some in this one.
Amount of shots for that.
And I'm going to put more in this one. And make sure you can see what I'm doing.
Oh, there he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently you can take the box in the elevator. If you press against the door, you can go through the door and put it in.
Me and my family like to go fishing. I could fish day and night. Literally. Love fishing. Don't get bored. Even if the fish aren't biting, I could still sit there and fish all day or night. We'll have to go to the beach, fish
Oh,
off
I'm
the
sorry,
pier.
guys. I really thought y'all would end
I just love fishing all together.
My slams in there. She might want to get frisky.
Okay, I'm not going to scrape every bit of that out of there because some of it's done hardened up. I don't want that in my soap. So let's see how hot. Okay, not too bad. Move that out of the way.
I'm used to elevator camper.
Okay, let's see if you can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay, this one I am going to add my green to.
Shotgun for the wind.
How dark I want it.
All the slam back. What happens if somebody comes up and I'm in the elevator? I'm assuming I go down.
Sure. I got this where you can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. Put the rest of that in there. And I made a mess.
You tired of this?
Clean it up.
Got some good comment not letting anybody in their territory.
The thing about hot process soap is you don't have a lot of time to work with your colors. It kind of goes as it wants to and gets thicker, quicker, harder, quicker. I mean, and I did do a zap test on this soap. For you all that don't know what that means, I took just a pinch of the soap and I did stick it to my tongue. If you get a zap, then you need to let it cook longer. If you don't, then it's ready. And actually this soap would be ready to use, you know, after like 24 hours, but I like to let mine have a little bit of time to rest. Okay, got that probably pretty good. Move that one.
Shit. That's me, it's what then?
Let's go with the blue.
Hush.
And I have children in the background. They're home from school and busy playing games until homework time. I want a darker look with that, so I'm going to add more. I do a lot of hot process. I love doing cold process. Well, I love doing.
And you're on.
Okay, and I'm gonna. My camera, I had some difficulties without the camera, but I'm gonna start putting it in here. Try to hurry with it. There's a piece I just don't like. It's too white. I want that in there. There's another one. Get those out. Now, and with hot process, you don't have to worry so much with the lye is bad as far as like my hands getting it on them. Tap that down. Let's see. I think I'm going to do this. Like I would if I was doing cold process, I'd have to worry about that constantly, whether I was going to get that lye on my hands. But with hot, I don't have to worry about that. And as you can see, it's already hardened up somewhat. So I got a little bit right there. But it hardens up quickly. And I'll have to scrape all of these containers out as not to waste the soap. I like to make soap balls. And those work pretty good for soap balls, actually. This is going to have a little bit of natural color to it. Where I didn't get it mixed up good, the colorant, but it's still be wonderful soap. Still should be pretty. And we are going to be doing a men's soap, and one of our own fragrances that we have came up with, and recipe. This is my own recipe here, as was the pine tar soap recipe. And
You just go where you go.
I think I got all of that I want to get out of there.
Good girl, squad.
Okay.
No, I got killed too. Hey, it's the little elevator. It's the damn canister gun.
I'll take my spoon.
I revived you.
Can do much more with cold process as far as the tops, and I like to do a lot of the like cupcakes. I love to pipe soap, so I love to do the cupcakes. I'm actually going to be doing some of those soon. I may video it. I love to do bath fizzies, the bubble bath tops on the fizzy, and emulsified sugar scrub. I love doing those. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be offering that. Got to make some lotion. I may video that, but this is my second video. I'm still very nervous about videoing. Not so good with it, as you can tell, but maybe I'll get better. And then I'm going to sprinkle it with a little bit of my pretty shiny diamondy like stuff. I think this is mica. Pretty sure.
Well,
It's
part of the building's
the
gone.
Body Safe.
Part of it's collapsed.
And that's all I'm just doing.
And this fragrance, it's really nice. I really like it. I think that's enough. I really like it. I have epilepsy, and a lot of scents will put me into a seizure. And I haven't used a whole lot of different places, their fragrances, but I have used Nature's Garden, and I have had no problems with that throwing me into a seizure at all. And I mean, I've used some of the strong ones and have not had any problem with that, so I love their fragrances. And I haven't had a chance to try any of the other ones. I've been using Nature Garden, their fragrance, for so long, but I may try some of the other ones. Okay, I got it beat down, and this will harden up and be ready to use very quickly. After I cut it, I'll give it a little while, but I think it turned out pretty, and hopefully this video hasn't been too boring. And see you next time. This is Spring with Soaps and Suds and Such. Have a blessed day.